Hi, it's Graham here. We're all adults, hopefully, in this, and I want to be honest with you, and I want to talk to you face to face as much as possible, as I would to a good friend or somebody that I'm mentoring on a one-to-one basis. So there's no hype here. I don't want any misunderstandings. I want us to get down to some facts, because a lot of people don't seem to appreciate that this is a business opportunity. It's not an investment plan where you stick in a certain amount of money and you're going to get some sort of guaranteed return, or you're maybe not a guaranteed return, but somebody else is going to do things with it that may possibly produce a profit. Like if you invest on the stock market, you can win or lose depending on how good that business that you've invested in does. This is a business opportunity. It's your business. How well it does depends on you. It's not a lucky dip or a lottery. You can't just throw money at it and hope that you're going to make a fortune. And I want to cover that in some of the trainings that we do on how and where to spend money or not spend money. Because what I've seen is people saying that they've spent X amount of dollars on solo ads and they've got no sales. They don't understand what they're doing. They shouldn't be spending money in that area. They need to do some training and find out what works and what doesn't and how to go about things first. So it is a business opportunity, and that is it simply. It's the same as if you were to go out and rent a shop and open it. That would be an opportunity for you to set up a business. Or if you were to be good at mending cars and you'd got a load of flyers printed and you stuck them through doors saying, "I'll repair your car." It's an opportunity to start a business, and this is an opportunity to start a business. It's extremely low cost. It's $5 a month, and for that you get a website, which is in fact a shop front. You get hosting for it, and you get it at a price that's less than most hosts are charging for unlimited hosting. You also get a lot of other things. You get training that you would normally only get if you paid a franchise, which would cost you a lot of money up front and then a monthly fee on top of your normal business expenses, such as renting a shop or premises or whatever, running your car, paying your telephone, all these things. It's a business like any other. You work in your business and it will grow and prosper. If you ignore it, it will die. It's not magic. It's simple. All business models are simple. Essentially, you connect with people and you enter into a relationship where they can get to know you and you can build a trust and they can get to know, like and trust you. And by doing that, you will enable you to sort possible clients from your connections by finding out what their needs and problems are. And then, once you know that, you can offer services to them to satisfy their needs or solve their problems. And that normally results in a sale. I say normally because sometimes people won't buy something that they need. Sometimes people won't buy something that will solve their problems. There are many reasons for it. They might not have the cash. They might not trust you, so you've gone wrong somewhere in the earlier stages. There are lots of reasons that there can be, but normally if you run through this process and you do it properly and correctly, it'll result in a sale. And resulting in sales is what business is about. If there is no sales, there is no business. Now, it's not easy, particularly in well, I'm going to talk about this business, not particularly in this business, but it's hard because people don't do what they say they will. That's the first thing. People say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to buy that," and they don't. People say, "Oh yeah, I need that, I'll get it," and they don't. People don't buy what they need, they buy what they want. That is why There are insurance salesmen out there because people don't go out looking for insurance. That's got some precursors to it. They may go out looking for insurance because they've got a car and they have to have insurance to be legal. They may have suffered losses in the past and so want insurance, but generally speaking, people don't just buy insurance. They don't go out and buy insurance because they don't want it. They need it, but they don't want it. They'll go out and they'll buy a TV or an iPod or a cookery book or a new carpet or something like that because they want it. Okay, so that's what people do. They buy what they want. They don't buy what they need. So, in addition, people in this type of business won't commit to doing what you do. So although you may say, okay, I only need, or I say you only need 3 sales to make $100,000 a year, you need 3 sales that are going to commit to doing what you do. Now, my experience in home business industry tells me that between 1 in 7 and 1 in 10 will do something along the lines of duplication. So that means to get 3 people that are actually going to do what you do, you're probably going to need to introduce 20 or 30 people, and that's paid members. My experience in how many free members upgrade to paid members in other opportunities has been round about 10%. We're now getting over 10% in this opportunity. We started out at about 7. We're up to around 13 now, and that is overall since we started. I believe that we will, over time, get people upgrading at a rate of around 30%. But at present, the rate we have is around 13%, which is better than average. And people that do upgrade, 6 out of the 7 or whatever it is, they'll quit because they don't understand that it's a business. They don't understand that they've got to put some effort in to get something out. They don't want to be involved in a business. All they want are the benefits of having a profitable business. And it doesn't work that way. So when they've not made a fortune in usually around about 3 months, they quit. Okay? So there's another thing that happens in business. Things that went well yesterday, they bomb today. You place an advert or you're posting free adverts, or you've got a paid advert or whatever it is, and it went great. And you repeat it, and it does nothing. And that happens in business. It's not something that you can overcome. That is the way business is. I'm sorry. You've got to go back and you've got to think, well, why did it work yesterday and why isn't it working today? And it could be that the same people that saw it yesterday have seen it again today, and they're not going to look at it twice. You may need to change things around. You may need to make adjustments. You may need to go elsewhere and place your ad. There are lots and lots of reasons, and there's no perfect answer for them, I'm sorry. It's all down to you doing things, finding what works, trying to scale that up, and when it doesn't work, trying to find out why and starting other things and keeping the pot boiling. And there are no guarantees because it's all down to you and how well you do what I've just talked about. And that's what running a business is about. It's about just keeping doing things until you get the results you want. And there are no guarantees. I don't care how good the advert you place is. I don't care how good the list of the person that you buy your solo ads from is. I don't care how well you know somebody. I don't care what it is. There are no guarantees and there is no perfect system. It's about adapting and keeping to it. Just committing yourself to your business and sticking with it until you make it work and you get the results you want. So what you've got to do is ignore what you can't control. And what you can't control is you can't make people buy things. If they don't want to buy, they're not going to buy. And if you've got people that are in your organisation, you can't make them sell either. If they don't want to sell things, they're not going to sell things. And you can't make people build a business, even though they want the rewards of a good business. If they're not prepared to do it, you can't make them. In fact, you can't make people successful. You can give them the help that they need if they want to be successful. But don't flog a dead horse. You can't make people successful. You can't make people buy. You can't make people sell. So don't worry about it. It's not something that you can affect. It's not something that is within your influence. All you can control is you. You've got to be able to control your attitude, your commitment, your enthusiasm, your goals and your activity. And they're all equally important. If your attitude is good and right, then it'll help you. You must be committed not to giving this a try, not to having a go for 3 months because I can afford to do it for 3 months because I've got $15 in the bank, but after 3 months I'm going to pack it in if I've not made a profit. Not because of or any of these little things. If you start it, do it. There's no excuse for not doing it. Okay? So get your attitude right and get your commitment right. And if those two are right, keep your enthusiasm high. Sometimes that's not easy. You've been out for 3 days and nobody's bought from you and you've flogged it everywhere you can. You've been talking to people and everybody's just knocked you back and knocked you back and knocked you back. Your 4th day, you've got to go out with the same enthusiasm you had on day 1, minute 1. The minute you signed up for this and thought, yes, this is what I want, that is the enthusiasm you need all the time. And you've got to work on yourself to have that enthusiasm. You've got to say to yourself, yeah, I am going to do this. I am. And you have got to build that into yourself so that when you confront somebody, your enthusiasm, your dynamism, your commitment comes over. Okay? And your goals, you've got to have your goals set and know where you're going. Because if you don't, all this is for nothing. If you don't know what you want and how you're going to get there, because you've got to have a plan of action to achieve your goals, then you don't know, you're just not going to make it. I'm sorry. It's as simple as that. And finally, you can control your activity. Okay? You can't say that if I present to a person this opportunity, they will buy it from me. But you can say, I am going to tell 20 new people every day about this opportunity and I don't care what the result is. I'm going to make that my activity anyway. Then that is something you can control. And the more you do that, the better you'll get at it. And if you keep your enthusiasm high and keep your attitude right and commit to doing that because you want to reach your goals, you will get better at it and you will get results. But you can only control you. So don't try and control other people. It's not about controlling other people. I was asked recently, tell me the tricks I can use to get people to buy. There are no tricks, and even if there were, that's no way to build a business. You're not a con man. You're a business person, okay? You're not in business to trick people. And you're not in business to convince people either. If you have to convince people something's wrong somewhere along the road to your end product, which is the sale. You're in business to help people. Okay? That is why you are in business, to help people. And through helping people, you will be rewarded. And the more people you help, the greater your rewards will be. It's as simple as that. You've got to concentrate on that. You've got to understand that you're in business. It is your business. It is not anybody else's business. You can only control your own actions and your own attitude and everything else, and you've got to go out with the attitude that you are going to go out and help people, and if you do that, you will be successful. So I hope that's cleared up one or two things. Thanks a lot. If you've got any questions, by all means get back to me. But this is important stuff, and it's important that you understand it and realise it. Follow all the trainings, and that'll help you to get everything in the right order and in the right way and the right attitudes, and it will, if you follow all the trainings, start you on the road to success.